So this is a podcast.
Hi, podcast.
Hi, podcast. I'm Chris, and we've got Nathan here with us.
Yes, I am.
We don't have Kyle due to reasons that we won't go into.
We probably will.
No, I think we'll avoid it.
Okay, we're not
everyone's got their own private lives. It's important that their lives stay as private as whether they're willing to share it or not. Like Kyle, James, Ryan, and Nathan doesn't have a surname.
I don't. You're right.
He's just like Cher.
Yeah.
There's Nathan.
Nathan.
And of course, this will lead into my first story.
Ah, there you go.
Okay, you hear that, Nathan?
I did.
You hear that?
I saw it too.
It seems like the service station, or servo, or gas station, if we want to make it American, that I always bought my energy drinks from, Schweppes bought out the fridges.
Good.
So I can't get the energy drink
Sucks
that
to be
I
you.
pretty much lived on every day. So I spent the better part of the week looking for a new one.
What did you find?
Try this.
Cheers.
No.
I can't drink it.
Come on.
I will die.
Just a sip. Just a sip. You've got
It
plenty
says
of...
Mad Dog on it.
Yeah, it does. It's
Mine
mad.
says healthy beverages.
Just a sip. Just a sippity sip.
Ah,
It's
gross.
disgusting, isn't it?
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, that's why I got Red Bull instead.
Ah.
That was one of the ones I tried. I'm just
Ah.
going to open my Red Bull now because screw Mad Dog. It is the most repellent thing I've ever drunk.
Oh, I had to get that taste out of my mouth.
Yeah, I know.
That was nasty.
I kept that can just for that joke.
Just
for
to
that joke.
help me out and sip on it. Thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Well, I
that.
thought if I had to suffer, it would be nice if somebody else had to suffer too.
Oh, it's still there.
It's disgusting, isn't it? I don't know how they... Because these things go through testing. The public had to drink this
that poor
and then
public.
say, yeah, okay.
Gee, that tastes okay.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's some one person.
It's like bad medicine, isn't it?
Yeah, you could probably clean many drains with that.
Yeah, it smells a bit like Drano. Ugh, no thank you. I'll stick to Red Bull.
Yeah, fair enough. That's gross. Anyway, I'm going to drink my coconut water so
This
I get that taste out of my
podcast
mouth.
brought to you by Audible.com. If you're too lazy to read a book, just download somebody reading it for you.
Yeah.
You chodes! No, we're not sponsored by Audible. We're not sponsored by anyone because...
Is that a shout out saying, hey, you guys should sponsor us?
No, not necessarily. I don't think they're going to want to sponsor us
I
now.
bet you someone from Audible's sitting there
Someone's going,
Yeah.
they're brave enough to take a shot at Amazon.
Yeah.
Let's get them in.
Yeah.
With that...
They have absolutely nothing to do with our genre, but they should definitely be...
No, actually,
in
the
this.
funny thing is, a lot of video game content videos get sponsored by Audible.
Really?
Yeah, because Amazon has so much money that they're just throwing it at anybody making
Just
entertainment.
anyone who's got anything worth to say.
Yeah, so
I mean, we don't have
there
anything
are
worth
some
to say, but-
podcasts that are also sponsored by Audible.
Wow.
That's what the joke was.
Nice.
See?
Jokes are funny.
I made comedy-based humour.
Yes, they are. Human-based jokes.
Human-based jokes. I think in the end we're going to end up blurring what that thing's supposed to be. It's going to be interchangeable.
Oh, 100%.
And by the end of it, it's like funny style ha's.
I just want to say to all our listeners out there,
Yes.
in podcast 1,
In podcast 1.0.
1.0,
Yes.
there was a certain amount of views and likes when we went through podcast 1.1.
1.1. I think this might just be podcast 2 now.
I think it probably is.
Yeah,
but
I
that's
think
okay.
we've hit our stride.
So whatever this podcast number may be,
Yes.
in their last podcast, I said that we're trying to... Oh, my phone just beeped. I'm so professional.
Continue.
I said that we were going to get a certain amount of likes and a certain amount of views.
So he went ahead and viewed it and
And
liked
we
it
crushed.
enough.
We crushed it. I was like, "Here's my aim. We're going to aim for 15 or something, and 4 likes. We crushed it. Just smoked it.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to go for 20 and 7.
Ooh,
20 and
I
7.
think you're getting far too ahead of yourself, Nathan.
No, I've actually created 7
It's just hedging your bets.
That's
See,
exactly
the thing is,
right.
kids, you don't go gamble unless it's a sure thing.
Yes, shoe-in is the best way to do it.
It's no longer a gamble, it is a surety.
Yeah, so I'm going to like this a lot.
Okay, so other than my energy drink adventures this week,
Yes.
I played a few games. I'm going to talk about them later.
Okay.
During the game section.
New
I
ones,
assume
or-
one new one.
Oh, everyone's going to be happy to know I played a game.
Oh my god! Do we want to save that until the game section?
No, because it's only Hearthstone.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
just played some more Hearthstone.
I played some more Hearthstone, but it is me getting back into a game.
Yeah, well that's good.
So,
It's a
yeah.
start.
It is.
And the other thing I heard is that Blizzard was doing some sort of big reset with their new content coming out. There was supposed to be some sort of card squash. They were getting rid of a lot of old cards.
I know what they're doing to an extent because I just picked it up yesterday after a long break.
Yeah.
And from what I gather, they're changing the formats in which you can play. So there's going to be multiple formats. Yeah.
So there's like an unlimited version which allows you to play every card.
And
then there's like a season version which only allows you to use the cards in that particular season.
You've played it before.
I've played it a few times. Yeah, I've played a few hands.
Yeah. So there's heroes you can play with specific cards assigned to that hero.
Yeah, there's like 8 different heroes.
Yeah, exactly. So with what they're doing is they're going to, as you said, just make one unlimited version so you can play any card from any hero and just make crazy decks.
Will you still have a particular hero as well?
I'm not 100% sure. They're calling it Wild.
Wild.
So,
well, see, that's what I thought it should have been to begin with. Honestly, I find that...
They can't...
Do you think there's going to be too many game-breaking combinations?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, there's already like top meta decks.
Oh yeah, there are, but they're not game-breaking. So there are.
Oh, so you're worried about like the 8-minute hands and stuff.
Oh, there'll be ridiculous combos coming up because Magic have done it well, obviously, because you can play multiple colors, but you can't go too crazy.
Well, they've had to limit their hand. Yeah. They had to limit theirs every time as well because every time a new expansion comes out, it's going to coincide with an expansion that happened 7 expansions ago, and suddenly you're going to have a ridiculous combination.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they end up banning like 20% of the cards in each expansion.
I mean, the good thing about if you use the Magic/Hearthstone as a comparative, if I go and just unlock every single card in Hearthstone and go, there you go, have fun, it's going to ruin it because they don't have mana per se. They got mana crystals, so you don't have to allocate certain types of mana to that
it's like
card.
turn based. After you've had enough turns, then you have enough mana to bring out
doesn't
whatever
matter.
card
You don't have something in play that's going to hold you back a little bit.
Well, okay, it works like Magic, except that every turn you're just given a land.
Yeah.
If we want to make that comparison, but it's a colorless land and everything can be cast.
Yeah.
This is extremely nerdy. If you don't have a grounding in Magic the Gathering,
go play it now. Go and pick yourself up a starter
invest
deck.
like $20,000 in decent Magic cards. Actually, it's a lot easier to make a good Magic deck these days. You just go online to one of the websites and you buy which cards you want.
Really?
Yeah, it's not like when we were kids and we were playing Magic and you go to the freaking card shop and there's like little archive boxes of cards and you sort of just
Can I just say that was fun though?
It was fun. Yeah, it was like being a lepidopterist or something and you're just going through and it's like, I haven't had this butterfly,
this
I
card's
want to take
awesome.
this butterfly.
Or you just go and dabble and buy a booster pack and hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, booster packs were a bit like gambling as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's early stage gambling. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we're indoctrinating children with gambling.
Right. I mean, I was 12 years old, that's fine.
Actually, one of the new FIFA games has done that as well. Mm-hmm. Kids are spending so much money on FIFA. Yeah. Basically,
is it Ultimate? Is it FIFA Ultimate or something?
FIFA 15 Ultimate or something.
Yeah, I heard something about Ultimate.
And it's just, you can buy booster packs, and booster packs give you players.
New players, and you can trade your players.
And you can have, like, Uber versions of players.
It's a card game within...
It's a sports game, which is a card game.
That's bizarre.
It's like, oh, jocular thing is no, sorry, you're not a jock, you're just a card nerd.
Yeah. Well, that's it. I mean, there's a lot of people
Well, I suppose sports nerds were kind of nerds anyway because of the whole fantasy football thing.
But is that making them realize now that we're not all that crazy? Or is that bringing them out of the closet going, maybe I should play Magic?
When we were kids, there was a bigger stigma on being a gamer or an RPer or something. But I don't think it's as much anymore because, like, even 60-year-old women are playing freaking Peggle.
This is very true.
Everyone's a gamer now.
Look, here's a big shout out to Candy Crush. Get on it.
Don't. If you value your toilet time, take a book instead of your phone.
Absolutely.
At least if you get shit all over your book, you're going to put your book aside, but you're going to carry your phone with you all day.
Yes, this is true. Speaking of phones, have you dabbled in many phone games?
Only the ones I got for the PC. I don't know if we talked about it.
No, I don't think we did, no.
We might have, though.
Oh, the only reason I bring it up is because I am, as everyone clearly knows, I'm a phone salesman.
Yeah, he's a phone guy. Buy a phone. Yeah. If you haven't got a phone, you should go buy a phone from Nathan. He doesn't want to tell you where he works.
No, exactly.
And he doesn't want to tell you your surname, so it's going to be pretty hard to buy from him.
I live in Australia.
But you should try. Yeah, everyone knows we're in South Australia.
Yes.
So if you look for...
I mean, there's not that many Nathans here, let's be honest.
No, I mean, come on, it's a rare name.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
I think I've met like 2.
You're more likely to meet a Chad.
That's right. Absolutely. Chad's a good guy, by the way.
Kids, Chad.
I mean, Chad.
Biff.
Please.
How many Biffs are there in Australia?
I know. But...
Go on.
Samsung is releasing their new phone, the Samsung S7.
Galaxy S7?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it like the size of an A4 sheet of paper?
No,
now?
it's really not. It's just a normal. I'm not sure if you've seen the S6, but it's about the same size. But their CPU and GPU are like 33 and 66% better.
Okay, so it's actually an upgrade more than just a slight upgrade.
Yeah, absolutely.
A nudge.
Big upgrade, and their whole focus was gaming.
Oh, okay, so it's going to turn into a gamer's phone. Does that mean it's got lots of battery life?
Yeah, they've increased their battery life. They've put the S6, they took away SD cards, but the S7, they've brought SD cards back. And they say up to 200 gig, even though there is no 200 gig.
Yeah, well, they're future-proofing it.
Yeah,
Once again, we're not advertising anything. We're not sponsored by Samsung.
No.
Why would they?
Yeah, well, that's it.
But no, it's good to know. It does mean cool that mobile gaming has come a long way since I was a kid.
A lot of people, I'll use, again, Hearthstone as an example.
Yes.
A lot of people play Hearthstone on their mobile, and there's other games similar to that you can start playing. And
I used to play a Marvel Heroes style game on my phone.
I mean, when you're at work and you've got nothing to do, obviously you want to do something.
Yeah.
So.
Well, see, they're those interesting sort of like. Yours is a different Hearthstone. I still want to call it Hearthstone, so I'm going to call it Hearthstone. You call it Hearthstone, and we'll split the difference.
Done.
So Hearthstone.
Yeah.
It's not a game that's like time locked, so you just sit down and you play and you're done.
Yeah, absolutely.
But a lot of people will play. Like the Marvel game I was playing was a time lock game.
Oh, okay.
So it does mean that you go on break, you can have a few turns, and you go back to work.
Right. Yeah.
So it becomes a more reasonable kind of mobile game.
Yeah.
It's only when people sit down and only play that game it becomes more insidious.
Yes. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
But no, it's good that they're bringing to life. Like they tried before. They had that. What was that stupid gaming phone system? The one that went nowhere. I can't remember the name.
I just like that I just wanted to bring up that they're focusing on it more. And I think it's a cool. I do. I think it's a cool thing.
I think the thing is, even if they do focus on making it games, the whole point of a PC, like when you think of a personal computer, the ones that have the higher specs are usually for games.
Yeah.
So if you just want a overall more powerful computer, it's going to be more suited to gamers.
True. Very true.
Well, depending on the GPU. But
have we talked about VR?
Not yet. It is becoming with the Vive and the Oculus Rift, sort of now in the early stages of first release. It is worth talking about.
Have you dabbled at it? Have you tried it at all?
I've seen it.
You've seen it?
I haven't played it personally. I kind of want to wait until the second generation.
Right, yeah.
Now, you can be an early adopter. There's nothing wrong with that. But I have been burnt previously.
It goes back to our conversation last week about polishing.
Did I ever tell you about my $6,000 computer?
$6,000 computer?
I was trying to be an early adopter, and this was back when they hadn't yet decided whether they wanted to make multi-core computers or 64-bit computers.
Right.
So I went out and bought top-of-the-line, gorgeous 64-bit computer, and then everybody decided to develop for multi-core processing.
Yeah.
So that was a complete waste of money.
Oh, well.
I mean, I had fun with it, but it wasn't worth $6,000. Yeah. And ever since then, I've gone, you know what?
Second.
I can wait 8 months.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can hold on. I'm not really going anywhere.
I probably told you. I don't know. I've mentioned it. I haven't had an upgrade of my phone for 5 years. Maybe 6 years.
Well,
and I work in a phone shop, so that's kind of humorous. But it's the same thing. Like, I don't jump onto bandwagon straight away. Although I am actually going to get an S7. So.
Oh well, there you go.
Because I've done a lot of research. I talked to the Samsung reps, all that kind of stuff. But I don't have a computer yet. I still don't have a place to put my computer.
So, I guess that sort of solves the problem with the Vive and the Oculus for you.
Yeah.
Also, it's another sort of VHS versus Betamax thing where you want to see who wins.
Well, that's it. Yeah, see who comes out of the gate storming.
Yeah. If the Vive is better than the Oculus, you get the second version of the Vive, and vice versa.
Yeah.
Both are looking great.
I'm really interested. I'll throw that out there. I haven't obviously seen it, but...
Well, I like the idea when it cost about as much as a monitor. At the moment, it's costing about as much as a TV.
Yeah.
And, as a monitor, it's reasonable because it's just a replacement. But at that price, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want them to skimp on it. You don't want to be putting something on your head and wearing it if it's going to be cumbersome or uncomfortable or made of a crappy material. But at the same time, you still have to be able to justify it as something that you currently own.
Yeah. No, that's very true.
It's like, oh, I bought a $400 chair. I also spend 9 hours a day in said chair, so it's a reasonable thing.
Yeah.
If you buy like a $10,000 golden toilet, probably unless you've got a bad diet, you're probably not spending that much time on the toilet. So you have to say, okay, well.
No, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Right.
But for us, I don't really want to do recordings of stuff with an Oculus Rift or a Vive.
No.
That's the kind of thing that you'd also need a webcam.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like, I think it's a cool direction they're going to. I don't think it's going to be a replacement of monitors in the end of the day because you can't sit there 10 hours or however long you're going to sit there with it.
You say that, but I think it's closer to it now than it ever has been before.
I guess.
When we were teenagers, the tech was bad, and when we were kids with things like the Nintendo VR, what was it called?
I have no idea.
Oh god, I'm such a bad gamer. I should remember the names of these, but it was terrible. All it was red light, and vector graphics, which
they've got
pretty much seared into your eyes.
They've got what is it called? The Samsung Gear VR. That's painful.
Or just painful to use, painful to wear.
It's fairly cumbersome, and it is. I think you can last. They say 30 minutes.
You can last 30 minutes.
You can last 30
then
minutes.
Then you die.
Before you die, yeah, exactly.
They have to sweep your skeleton out of the room.
Sorry, Samsung, but they.
I also own them, but they can make things that are bad too.
I have worn one, and I got a headache in about 15 minutes. And the graphics, like it's everything's pixelated, like to shit. It's just horrible. And
well, the other issue is they haven't really developed for that platform for too long either. Like for the early Oculus stuff, they have. But even then, it was not so much pixelated, but everything was real low poly. It was very simple. A lot of indie devs were working with it. But at the end of the day,
just need Blizzard to.
There's been like two schools of thought on it. There's been the sort of Oculus, just put on a headset and you're done. And then there's been you require a game space for this one.
Yes, yeah.
The one with the umbilicus that goes up to the roof. It's like you need a spare room. Just to play games.
I saw someone with they were on this circular treadmill. And there's this plasticky shit around them and the thing coming from the roof.
Welcome to the future where you're isolated in a room. Walking around in circles.
On a treadmill.
Treadmill.
That's bizarre.
It is bizarre.
Maybe we're promoting healthier nerds.
Well, it's not a bad thing. I mean, DDR
created
a generation of nerds with powerful quads.
That is very true.
You just see them walking around and they're bursting out of their unattractive pants and it's like, that's a DDR player. Damn. You should see him move in very quick succession in a small area. No one's better.
That's awesome.
But we're kind of entering into the point where we're going to sound like old men. Because we just don't get it. Like, I can see that being pretty cool.
I can see it cool, but
I can also, if I want to sit down and relax and play a game, I'm not going to do it by getting onto my treadmill, putting on my umbilical helmet, isolating myself in a room and playing some games.
I'm just seeing all sorts of cool things coming up.
How is that even going to work with streamers?
That's true.
How are you going to Twitch that?
You won't.
You're going to have this horrible... It's going to look like security footage where you've got a camera up in the corner of the room so you don't hit it. And it's
someone
pointing
locked in a
down
straight jacket and umbilical cords coming everywhere. It's going to look like something from freaking Resident Evil.
That'll
be good. I like that. I'll watch that. I'll totally watch that.
Well, but can you see someone like Total Biscuit doing that, who's a pretty heavy guy? He's not going to be running around on a treadmill.
I guess.
Maybe someone like Markiplier.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Let's put a pin in that. And see
where
I think
we have to go.
We
have to come back to VR maybe at the end of the year and discuss it.
See where it's at. I think it's an interesting one. There's a lot of possibility. We'll put that there.
But see, the thing is, it's going to be the genres that are going to benefit it from the best from that. Oh, geez, that was a bad sentence.
You did well speaking. Great.
I like horror games and thriller games and stuff like that, which games I don't like.
Do you know what? I would really like some VRing in an MMO.
There is.
The immersion.
Like Eve Valkyrie and stuff like that. It's coming out. Elite Dangerous.
Oh, really?
I played hundreds of hours of that, and that's one of the forerunners for big VR stuff.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I can open it up and show it to you later.
Yeah,
but
sounds good.
I'll probably put something up on the screen. But that's going to do very well.
Hashtag screen capture image. Boom.
That's a terrible hashtag.
Man, all hashtags are terrible.
Yeah, pretty much.
All of them.
Pretty much.
All of them.
Okay, no, fine.
No, all of them. I cannot stand hashtags.
Okay, but how about if I need to use a pound sign for something?
Okay, use it.
That's fine? That's fine. If I'm putting in a telephone number?
Yeah, that's fine.
So hashtag telephone
number. Yes, that's fine. But yeah, no, the immersion of VR is really exciting because I've always wanted to be like, feel like you're in that kind of fantasy land. That'd be so cool.
I think it's good for things that are going to be in cockpits, and it's going to be good for things where you feel like you need to be immersed in the game, like a horror game or a thriller game, or like an exploration.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And they're like the genres. It should be like how consoles do some games better than PCs do games. It should be the same kind of thing, except now we should have games that are better in VR. Yeah. It doesn't mean that you can't play them cross-platform.
No, exactly.
But it does mean that we are going to end up with a third branch of gamers. Yeah. Well, fourth if you count mobile gamers.
Yeah, PC Master Race. You can hashtag that.
Okay. Thank you for giving me more work. Okay, we're going to move on to games now.
Yeah.
Let me paint you a little picture
to
discuss the first game I've been playing. You are a plague doctor. A plague doctor.
You're not plagued yourself.
No. You're
one of the guys.
One of the guys with those masks with a beak on.
Gotcha.
And you found yourself in a Lovecraftian village under threat.
Okay.
Feeling heroic and banding together with some other misfits, you enter a ruined manor.
Mm.
In this ruined manor, you find a curious pile of dusty tomes.
Ooh.
You decide, in being curious, you decide to sift through them.
As you do.
You read, you immerse yourself in it.
Yeah.
Suddenly you stop, eat it, and get tapeworm.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Which is great.
Yeah.
You continue on your journey.
Yeah.
You pick up other contagions and maladies. You get stressed. You eventually leave, and once you've left, you decide to take all of your non-spoilable rations, your torches, your keys, your shovels, and sell them back to the person you just bought them for a huge loss.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Yeah.
It sounds immersive, doesn't it?
I'm very immersed.
Yeah. What we're talking about is Darkest Dungeon. Which is a beautifully, wonderfully crafted game. It used early access perfectly.
Yeah.
And it decided to go, well, while this game is atmospheric, we're going to put some really stupid things in there arbitrarily to make this game more difficult.
Interesting. I actually don't mind that. I don't mind that sometimes.
It ripped me out of it. I was playing it. I was immersed. The music was beautiful. The sound assets. Yeah. The Foley in the game, everything was great. And it's like, oh, I'm reading some books. I have tapeworm now.
Here's a curve. Right.
You know what?
Boom.
No! I'm sorry. Rewrite your table because you must consume something with tapeworm eggs in it to get tapeworm.
No, I prefer reading books to get my tapeworm.
Do you lick them? Do you sort of chew on the books?
I do. I get that extra flavor.
This was made from a cow with tapeworm, and
somehow the ink.
Yeah.
Must have been.
I was just. It's like a love-hate relationship I have with the game. For me, it feels like the game of 2016.
Right.
For me, it's the best game this year.
Oh, okay.
It's early times. It's early days. But I love it.
Okay.
But for everything it does right, it does something arbitrary and wrong just to try and make the game more difficult.
Is it early days or is it polished?
Oh, it was polished when it came out on early access.
Okay.
They used it to get balancing right, to change skills, to basically look at how people who play roguelikes figured their way around problems.
Right.
And then put something in there to prevent you from playing like that. Completely arbitrarily to make the game more difficult and to make the game longer.
Okay.
So it's wrong because it really snuffs out why people play roguelikes to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, the whole point of a roguelike is to slowly learn what works, what doesn't, how to avoid situations, how to skirt around things. But, okay, I'll pose this one to you as well.
But tapeworm.
Your party walks up to a cabinet.
Okay.
There are two things you can do.
Good.
You can just stroll on by, or you can open it up.
Alrighty.
Situation 1, you decide to open it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's trapped, you get poisoned.
Oh, good.
You don't get anything, you just get poisoned.
Okay.
The second time, you decide not to touch it.
Yeah.
One of your characters stops, develops an issue where they have to open everything they go past, opens it and gets poisoned.
Good, good.
So it's not a situation where you have a binary decision where one is better than the other.
Right.
They're both bad.
You just need to open
And even the time
sometimes.
where you don't do something, you end up developing a schism in your character's personality who then will open everything regardless.
Yeah, that would be frustrating.
That's a middle finger.
Yeah.
That's not just being difficult, that's just being arbitrarily cruel.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So
I
it's like a
saying.
sadomasochistic experience. And a lot of people like the game. I like
the game. But
I just think they've made a lot of decisions that make the game a lot less fun.
Right, okay.
So I put it down, I put it aside, and I played something so much more fun.
Ooh.
Kerbal Space Program.
Kerbal Space Program.
Now, this came out last year, and if I'd been playing it last year, this would have been my game of the year, because it is just so enchanting.
Tell me more. Paint me that word picture.
It's pretty simple.
Did it
All
give
you're
you
doing
tapeworm?
is you've got a lot of bunch of little green men trying to go to space.
Okay.
And that's it. You build rockets, you send them up, you get contracts, you go on missions, you train them up by going and meeting milestones. It's whimsical. Even when your guys explode horribly in the depths of space, just to go, oh, it's cute.
Aww.
Oh, it's adorable.
There goes the little green floating body.
Yeah, you just EVA and float away. It's one of those games where you end up with really cool war stories. Like, I set my rocket up, I got everything ready, I took 2 tourists with me, I flew to the furthest moon in the solar system.
Yep.
What it does is it makes... Kerbal is like Earth.
Yep.
It has a moon called Moon.
Moon,
and then there's one further out called Minmus.
Right.
So I took a couple of tourists all the way to Minmus, landed, got back out, got back to the planet, and then on re-entry, I accidentally activated my parachute stage too early. My parachute's burnt up. So here's my lander plummeting to Earth. No. It's like, okay, need to increase friction. So I turned it on its side, I wobbled it around, slowed down, impacted on my science module, which exploded, it flipped, it landed on the tourists, they exploded, it flipped again, and my command module sort of rolled, and then lasted. So my pilot survived.
Oh, thank goodness.
The tourists died.
I mean, no one cares
Everything else exploded.
Let's be honest, those tourists had a great time.
Oh yeah.
You know, they saw the furthest.
And to be fair, I got them back to Kerbal.
You did.
I did.
Just not in one piece.
Buried.
Yeah. Multiple pieces. That's okay.
I like one piece.
One piece is good. I just dribbled on myself. It was fun.
And while it is whimsical and all that, it uses hard science. You should have a look at the freaking articles people have written about this to explain how to get into orbit, using prograde and retrograde burns to vary your apiapsis and your periapsis. You need to learn things to play the game properly.
Wow.
So you get
it's actually teaching you
get a grounding in rocket science.
Nice.
If you want to play the game to do anything. So like I've landed on the moon and come back. I've landed on Minmus and come back. I've gotten into
Have you applied for NASA yet?
No.
Not yet?
No.
Not quite enough of a grounding?
In a sense, I've already accomplished more than them.
Okay.
So I'm a bit overqualified for NASA now.
Yeah.
But no, it's...
#NASA
It's such an enchanting game. It's a game that even when you lose, you go, okay, I saw what I did wrong. I understand. I'm learning something just from playing. So all in all, I think I played the best game of 2015 the best game of 2016. Okay. I just lucked out.
Yeah.
There's other things to play, obviously, but I've been playing a lot of Kerbal.
Those are some big calls, but let's roll with them.
Well, maybe
we'll go with it.
Maybe once you actually start playing games, you can have an opinion.
Maybe
otherwise,
I can have an opinion.
Well, Hearthstone is the game of 2000.
Sorry, didn't you say Hearthstone?
No. See, I'm imitating
you're trying to be me.
you.
Okay, I'll be you. Hearthstone.
Hearthstone. It's Hearthstone.
I would clearly say it's the best game of 2015/16 because it's the only game I've actually played.
Yeah, well, you can't say that unless it's released on that year.
That's true. Okay.
And Kyle, what games have you played? Wonderful!
Good work, Kyle.
I was kind of hoping you'd be here so we could get him to talk about some games. That's all right.
I miss you, Kyle.
Our hearts are with you, Kyle. How come every time we talk about him, it's like he's half dead?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
It's a thing.
It is a thing. We formed a bromance, so
yeah. You have fine bromance immediately.
Yeah, but no, that's good.
That's it. The only thing I want to mention is the Steam giveaway is back.
Hooray!
So we had an old tradition where I would collect keys and every week we would hand them out to people who took part in the site. Really, anyone could enter, but the people who watched our stuff got more entries. So we've kind of done the same kind of thing, but now we're using Gleam. I was put onto Gleam earlier. I like it because it's automated, it's completely transparent, I don't really have to do anything.
That's always a win.
So what's going to happen is you'll go onto Gleam, you'll get points. You'll get a number of entries depending on what you do. So if you subscribe to the channel, you get 2 points.
Yeah.
If you watch a particular video, you get 1 point. If you sub to the Twitch or the Twitter, you get a point. And so you'll get that many entries. And this time we're handing away 3 keys. It'll probably go up and down depending on how many keys I have and how many people are playing.
Yep.
So at the moment, I think there's about 30 entries.
Nice.
So that's a 1 in 10 chance of winning a game
it's not bad
on
at
the
all.
list. And it's got a list of over 100 games.
Nice.
So yeah, knock yourselves out.
Subscribe.
Join
Go
in.
crazy.
Do all of the things that are on there. I'll put a link in the description below.
Remember to press the like button on this one because we need to get those likes up on this.
I don't want to say don't like the video so that Nathan is wrong.
No. If people aren't liking it, I'm going to create those 17 accounts.
Do you want to drink some more Mad Dog?
No, I really don't.
No?
Thank you for the offer, though.
Okay. Well, everybody enjoy your week.
Yeah,
we will be back next week.
Yes.
And it might
Doing
be
more
the
things.
3 of us. It might be me and Nathan.
Look, it could be you by yourself, just
Kyle.
doing stuff.
Well, we might record again in 2 days and I have Kyle over.
This is true.
And then that'll be next week's.
True.
So I suppose I won't really have played any other games.
Hooray!
So prepare for that.
There you go.
Still haven't watched Deadpool. Bye! I'm doing it on purpose now.
I know. I love it.
You gonna say bye?
No.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you too.
Aw.
Ah.
Bye!
Oh, you rascal!
That was me.